everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're filming a look kind of for a neutral glam look for the fall, and this was inspired by my love for fall and vampy lips and dark colors and everything in between. So without too much talk, let's get right into it. First, to prep my skin, I'm going to be using Neutrogena Hydrogel Boost, and I like this stuff because it really gives the skin a nice texture. When I say it hydrates the skin just right, so I put it all over my hands like this and I just pat, and by doing this patting motion the product is going to be better absorbed into the skin so that, you know, it hydrates it better. So instead of rubbing, you pat. Using the Colorpop eyebrow pencil in the shade Chocolate, I'm going to be filling in my eyebrows. So first of all, you start at the inner corners of your brows and you work your way out. This outer edge is going to be the darker side and the inner edge is going to be the lighter side. I like to fill it in this way because it makes brows look more natural and even. It makes it look like how your brows will actually look when they grow. Short strokes, fill in. Short strokes, fill in. It's pretty simple. Okay, now the other brow. And what I like to do is I'm just gonna put this down, okay? I don't need this right now. I'm going to brush as I go. So brush. And fill in. Simple. You want to clean up the brow area, so what I like to use my MAC concealer palette, and this has different shades for darker skin tones and light skin tones. You can highlight and contour, you can color correct with this. I love using this for any look that I'm creating. So I'm just gonna grab my, I don't know, what will I call it? Concealer brush? No, I'll just call it a cleanup brush. And I'm going to use it to clean up underneath my brow bone. So this is, I like to use a primer first before I do any eye look, and I'm using MAC soft ochre paint pot. I don't know if you can see this. Gotcha. Okay, so I like to put that all over my lids first, and then I like to continue. Then I go ahead and create the look I want to create. So just dab a little. And I like to take it as high up as I can go, because I'm gonna be putting shadow also in this parts. So wherever you're going to place shadow, you want to place primer. And today I'm going to be using my favorite, one of my favorites palettes to create this look. The Modern Renaissance palette by, let me grab it real quick, Anastasia Beverly Umber. Now this blending brush I'm using to blend is like, this brush has been with me for years. It's a Sigma E40 brush. I love it because it's just perfect. It gets right in there and blends everything out perfectly. You cannot go wrong with this brush. Cannot. Now going in with Venetian red. I want to use Venetian red. Yes, going in with Venetian red. Never blow on your brush, that's just nasty. So you want to make sure you tap off the excess and add the color to the crease shade that I already laid down. Now I'm going in with red ochre and I'm tapping off the excess, and I'm just applying not too much, not too little either, just enough. And when you're done with that phase, you move on to phase 2, laying the lid color. Now the lid color I'm going to use today is antique bronze because it goes with everything I'm doing right now. I'm gonna put that on my lid using a different brush, a lid brush. This one is from Shani Cosmetics. I don't know, people don't really talk about this company a lot, but they're actually good and they have affordable products, especially if you're a makeup artist and you're just starting out. I recommend that. So using Antique Rose, I'm gonna lay it on the top of my lid. Like so. Now using a different brush, I'm gonna try and grab here swiftly what I know I'm feeling. I'm going to be using this Outer V brush from Makeup Geek and going in with the darker shade that I applied to the crease color. That is, yes, let me just show you so I don't have to talk too much, okay? I'm using this shade right here and I'm applying it to the outer V corners of my eyes. This is this area right here. Create a V shape, you know? For eyeliner, and I'm using today the Inglot 77 gel liner. This is the darkest eyeliner on the market. This is darkest gel liner on the market, and I love it. Creating my wing. Oh, and I'm using Sigma's EO6 brush. This is a good wing liner brush. It just gets the flick right on the money. Now the other eye. Using my mascara, my Tarte mascara, lights, camera, splashes. This one is the waterproof one. There's lights, camera, lashes, and then there's lights, camera, splashes. So I'm just gonna use this one to coat my lashes before I apply my falsies. I like these lashes because they're very natural looking but yet glamorous and full. And I already have a pair cut up, so I'm just gonna pick one up from that, and these are the lashes I'll be using. I applied my lashes off camera just because it's a lot easier to do that. I applied my lashes off camera just because it's a lot easier. I'm using my Angel Veil primer by NYX, and I'm going to be priming my face. foundation I will be applying today, I'm not sure which one to use. I have two foundations here that I want to try. Okay, one is my Ride or Die foundation, and you all know it's the Maybelline Fit Me Poreless foundation. I love this stuff. Or this bad boy over here. I don't know, I've never tried it before. This is my first time using it, so I think I'll just use this one and see how it works. So I'm using my Anastasia what's it called, stick foundation in the shade Chestnut. I think for this consistency of this foundation, it's better to use a buffing brush, for sure. For sure, because it'll make the application even more flawless. The one I used to apply the primer, I'm using the flip side of it, the other side rather. You can do this sometimes. You don't always have to have like 1,000 brushes. You can use one brush over and over again. Like, just flip the brush to the other side and you can use for another entirely different thing. Just make sure that there's no product transfer when you're doing that, and you're good. Using my maracuja oil, this one from Tarte. Let's place that down for a bit. I'm just gonna dip some oil out and just dip it in. So, to get the concealer to move a bit more even, because I'm using it to highlight and contour, so I want it to go all over my face. So this is the fastest way I know to do it. You can use another method. You can just apply it without this, but for me this works. Now, using my Morphe G2 brush, this brush is perfect for blending out concealers. I don't know what else does it like this, maybe a beauty blender, but this is more precise, so I recommend this highly. So I'm just gonna blend out the lighter shades. Using my beauty blender, I'm going to blend out the darker shades. Using the same beauty blender, I'm taking my Laura Mercier loose setting powder, and this is just a translucent powder that is used to set your concealer wherever you use the lighter shades. You just set it using a powder because you don't want the concealer to move throughout the day, so this is what we do. Now the lower lash line, you want to smoke it out. How are you going to do that? I like to use my Close Up lash liner by Tarte and just line my waterline. Then I take a shade from the palette that I used, the darkest shade, and smoke it out. It doesn't necessarily have to be the darkest shade, just the color that I want to match whatever color I used on my eyes. So for now, I'm gonna smoke it out. I'm gonna line my waterline. My pencil brush from Makeup Geek. I'm going into the shade red ochre, and I'm going to smudge. So now that that's, you know, cooking, I'm just gonna wait for a few minutes. While we wait, I'm just moisturizing my lips using good old Vaseline. Works. Just put some on your finger and apply it to your lips. Now it's ready to wipe off. I think it is at a good position, at a good point where we can wipe it off. I just wipe it off like so. Using a contour brush, I'm just going to contour the areas in which I apply the darkened concealer. I'm going to apply here. I like to make a U shape when I'm applying my contour because it, you know, intensifies my cheekbones or lack thereof. Laura Geller Gilded Honey highlighter, and I love this highlighter because of the luminescence. Such a big word. I feel so proud of myself. This is my favorite brush to apply highlighter with. It's the Morphe M501 brush. I love this brush. It just gets right in there. It's like if a fan brush and a fluffy brush had a baby. This is what they'll produce. Using my Nars Seduction and Orgasm blushes, I'm going to be applying the Orgasm blush as a topper and this one as a base. It gives a very, you know, pearlescent finish to the skin. I can't really show you how the blush looks like because it kind of cracked when I was traveling, and yes, it's annoying me till this day that my very beautiful Nars blush cracked. I don't know if you can see this, but anyways, sorry about that. Roulette by Colouredraine. This is a very pretty fall color. I like to use it for vampy lips on days when I'm feeling very, you know, ferocious. Yeah, so that's what I like to do. I'm just gonna take the wand and start at the outer corners of the lips and then work my way in. Using my MAC mineralized skin finish in dark golden, I'm going to set my entire face, and I just use a round fluffy brush. Swirl, 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 swirl. My Urban Decay, what's this called? Makeup setting spray.
Okay, mix a Henny and the OJ for the price tag on the rose. 20 kilo, I go Jorge, still gon' flex. Man, that bitch, she still gon' text. I Swarovski on my neck. Yeah, they got girls in Quebec. Fly 'em out like Aerotech. But the funds are low, my nigga. So the ladies local, nigga.